I'm Andre and I'm a black nerd and I'm angry. So I talk a lot on this channel about Marvel movies. I mention every one of them that comes up and if I'm excited about them and all this stuff. And that has led to this assumption, to this rumor, to this hypothesis from some people that I am not a DC fan, that I don't like anything to do with DC. Even though I got DC shirts, even though I grew up with DC, even though I like a lot of characters from it, because I didn't like Man of Steel that much, which I didn't even say I hated it, I just said there's a lot of stuff I don't like about it. All of a sudden, no, Andre's a DC hater, Andre's a Marvel fanboy. Over the past few years, we've had a ton of Marvel movies. Ever since Iron Man, they've been coming out movie after movie after movie. We've had 3 Nolan Batmans and 1 Man of Steel. And we're not counting Green Lantern. I can't talk about movies that don't exist. If Marvel's got 27 movies and DC's got 2, then I can't just make stuff, try to make up movies? You want me to make up some DC movies to talk about? Suicide Squad trailer, I talked about that. We had Batman v Superman trailers, I talked about that. When they have things to talk about, I'll talk about them, but if they don't exist, I can't say anything about it. That does not make me more of a fan of one property than the other. It's just a matter of how much stuff is out there. I'm an old man, people. When I grew up, I did not have a comic book store near me. There was not one in walking distance. I didn't have comic book friends. I just got my comic book characters from television and movies. And guess what, people? I don't know if you know this, but a lot of comic book based movies and TV shows were based on DC properties. One of the first superheroes I ever came to contact with was Superman. From those freaking Max Fleischer cartoons, the people that did like the Betty Boop cartoons, the Popeye cartoons, he used to do Superman cartoons. I used to watch those things on like Turner Classic Movies or TNT or one of the Turner channels. They used to show them in between their programming. So they would have like 2 movies back to back to be like 10 minutes in between. They would show those Superman cartoons. I used to watch those. I love those. And then on Nick at Night, they used to have the old Superman series, The Adventures of Superman. The Adventures of Superman. It was all in black and white, and all the gangsters would come out, that's Superman, bang, bang, bang. You see the bullets pop off. I used to watch that stuff, man. It was on Nick at Night all the time. Loved it. And then, of course, freaking Adam West Batman. I mean, that was just the best. The 60s Batman show. I used to watch the show all the time. When they do reruns of that, I used to watch the movie all the time. My parents hated me. God dang it. Andre, do you gotta watch that Batman movie again? I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch it again, man. You know, with the bat and the shark repelling, he's running around with the bomb, and then you got the Joker and the Riddler and the Penguin and Catwoman all in one movie, and the goons, and they disintegrated the United Nations. This movie's amazing. I have to see it all the time. Super Friends. I grew up on Super Friends. I freaking watched the Super Friends when they had the 2 kids, and then I watched the Super Friends when they had like Black Lightning and Apache Chief and Samurai. The Super Friends, and meanwhile the Legion of Doom. Then I had the Wonder Woman show, Wonder Woman, Linda Carter spinning around. Then of course when the animated series came out, Batman the animated series, watched that, loved that, owned that. You know, I had the Superman series, you watch that, loved the freaking Batman Superman movie where they come together to meet each other. That was like a television event. That was like a kids WB event. I watched that. That's what I grew up on, man. That was my stuff. The only Marvel characters I got when growing up was the Incredible Hulk because of the Lou Ferrigno series, and then the freaking the Thing, but not like the real Thing. It was like that cartoon where like a kid, he could turn into the Thing. He had like a ring or something. And then there was a Fantastic Four series, I remember, that was running for a little bit, and they had it was like a robot instead of somebody was missing and they had a robot in their place. And Spider-Man I learned from the Electric Company and from when he had this 90s series, Spider-Man series, and then X-Men series. And to be honest with you, I watched episodes of those shows, but I still was like, okay, those are neat, but Batman animated series, that's my show. I saw Batman Returns in theaters. I saw Batman Forever in theaters. I saw Batman and Robin in theaters. The only reason I didn't see Batman, the first one, in theaters, because I wasn't 13 yet. But then I saw it when it came on videotape. Party man, party man. I'll watch Batman Forever any day. Bring it. Freaking Jim Carrey's Riddler. Tommy Lee Jones is a stupid Two-Face. Out any day. Any day of the week you want me to watch Batman Forever, you got it. Shoot, I'll watch Batman and Robin when I feel like it. I went to the theaters. popcorn in hand, just like, Batman and Robin and Mr. Freeze and Batgirl, this is the greatest, I don't care what anybody says. Shit, when I grew up later, I was like, what the hell was I thinking? But I guess I was a kid, so I really didn't care, because I was just happy to see Batman on the screen. And yes, I like more DC stuff than the Nolan film. That's the other thing I'm sick of too. Oh, if you like the Dark Knight trilogy, then you're just a Nolan fanboy. I tried to watch Inception, I ain't finish it. You know, I like Batman Begins. I freaking love the Dark Knight. I think the Dark Knight Rises is okay, but it has some problems. That does not make me a Nolan fanboy as far as I'm concerned. That just makes me a person that really loved the Dark Knight. And that was mostly because of the Joker. So now, all of a sudden, because I'm excited about a few Marvel movies, that just completely ignores all of this stuff I grew up on. That's stupid. And it all comes down to this point where people feel like they have to choose a freaking side. What side are you choosing? Neither one of them are going away. Here's a little tip for you. Here's just a little something you should know. If Marvel makes a whole bunch of money off of Captain America Civil War and DC makes a whole bunch of money off of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice, guess what? They are both going to continue to make movies. And I'm gonna tell you what, if Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice fails, if this whole Justice League thing that they're trying to set up fails, guess what? They're gonna go away for a little bit, and I swear to you, 2-3 years down the line, we'll be right back again with another reboot of one of these franchises. They're not going to let these things die. You are going to get some version of these characters all of the time. Plus DC is freaking dominating, man. They got the direct-to-video movies, like Marvel ain't got them on that. Man, the CW network is pretty much a DC network. They got freaking Arrow and Flash and Legend of Tomorrow. They had to put Supergirl on CBS because they ran out of room on the CW. They're like, sorry, Supergirl, you gotta go to a different network. But if you wanna come by and visit, we'll totally allow you in. We already let Constantine show up. Why do people believe that they have to choose one side or the other? What is so wrong about possibly wanting something good from both of them? I want to go out of Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice and go like, man, that was a good movie. Man, I wasn't all that about Man of Steel, but man, that movie right there, that's the one you need to see. Like, that's what I want to come out and say. I'm not trying to go in there immediately going, I want this to fail. That's ridiculous, man. Like, why would I want a superhero? Why would I want a superhero movie with the two biggest superheroes that I grew up with, Superman and Batman, to fail? Why would I want that to fail? That's something I've been wanting for a long time. I just want it done right. I want them to make something good and entertaining and with thought and with process and with good direction and good cinematography. I just want a good film. You know, just the same reason that I want Marvel to be like, hey man, you know, some of y'all plots are starting to look a little similar here. You know, there's Marvel movies that I like more than other Marvel movies. There's some Marvel movies that I had to force myself to buy on Blu-ray because I was like, I guess I'll watch it again. I don't know. They got some things to work on too. I'm not saying that they're just perfect, but just because I like one doesn't mean I have to hate the other. This is not the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis time. And even then, if you were a Super Nintendo kid, you found a kid that had a Sega Genesis and you went and hung out with them because you're like, now I get to play with both consoles. You enjoyed both. That was what was fun. It's only the dumb internet and the dumb people on the dumb internet who would have decided that now you have to pick a stupid side. It's so dumb. There's so many things that are going so well in nerd culture. The fact that you have two giant comic franchises going, we can make movies, million-dollar movies, multi-million-dollar movies, and that people will come to see them. That was not a thing I had. You want to know the movies we had when I grew up with superheroes? We had all this dumb shit. Like, you guys got the good shit, and you complaining about stupid shit. Go see the damn movies, enjoy the damn movies, and stop putting this war between Marvel and DC that don't fucking exist, except for the fact that you're trying to make it exist and that they're allowing you to have it exist so they can make money off your dumb ass. Stupid. Tired of this shit. I'm tired of people telling me what I like and don't like. If you like Marvel, if you like DC, then you shout it from the rooftop. If you hate Marvel and DC, shout it from the rooftop. But don't you tell me what I like or tell somebody else what they don't like just because they like something else. You can like both Marvel and DC. It's okay. I'm legitimately mad about this. Like, I'm just so tired of it, man. I'm so tired of it. It doesn't make sense at all. Damn, man, I'm sorry to be like this, man. I can't, there's a limit where I'm just done. When Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice comes out, I will like it or dislike it based on the type of movie it is and based on how I enjoyed it, not because it's not Marvel or not because it's DC, and I think that's how everyone else should treat it. Stop being such fanboys or anti-fanboys or claiming people are fanboys or anti-fanboys. Stop making up shit you don't know about people just because you need something to do. I think I got my point across. Oh man. Alright, love you like a play cousin. Tell me who your favorite character is, Marvel, DC, whatever. I love you like a play cousin. 95,000. Chain chomp, yum.